Hi, I'm Rick in Flushing Meadows Corona Park here in Queens, New York. I love New York, but I really love Queens. To me, it's like the Wild West. Big, untamed, and full of possibilities, some of them culinary. It was here that I first fell in love with New York City in 1965 at the New York World's Fair. A month later, I was back for my first Mets game at Shea Stadium right over there. It was the most exciting summer I'd ever had. And you know, I'm still excited every time I come to New York. And it's not just the sports and the theater and the music and the museums and the history, it's the food. New York has some of the best food in the world, and Queens has some of the best food in New York City. Don't believe me? Come on along, we're gonna pig out all over the borough, starting with some authentic Asian. Hi, one number 6, please.
Okay.
But 6 is what usually everybody gets here. Spicy wontons with chili oil, very nice. You know George Martin, the Beatle producer, ate here. You know what he had? Number 9. Number 9. As you can see, you can get up to 200 pieces. I mean, how long would 200 pieces last me at my house? I'm guessing like 2 months. The fact that they don't speak English is actually very great because it means the food is very, very authentic. Not that you can't have authentic food when you speak English, but the fact that they don't speak English tells me that this is the food that they would make at home in China, and they would use the same ingredients that they can get here, and the results are as authentic as you can get in America. A toast. This is my friend Jamie, who's agreed very graciously to come along and eat.
And eat my face off.
I'm still in Flushing with leftover number 6. We're gonna go in to the New York food court and we're gonna go to stall 12 and get some number 1 or some number 2. I'm telling you, these numbers are going nuts in my head, but it's all the same result. Great food, come on. This is the New York food court. There are many food courts in Flushing, and this isn't even the biggest one, but they're all tremendous. You could spend your entire life trying to eat every item at every one of these food stalls and never ever even do it. But it'd be worth a try. My favorite stall, stall 12. For some soup dumplings. They're awesome. How are you?
How are you?
Can I get an order of A1?
A1, okay.
Like a lot of foods, these soup dumplings are time sensitive. Eat them too early, they're gonna burn your mouth. Eat them too late, they're not good. They're okay, but they're not as good. 2 minutes is the perfect amount of time. Why? It's an ancient Chinese secret. When they stuff these, they put gelatin in there that's hard at room temperature, and when they steam it, the gelatin turns to liquid, and that's what makes the soup. So these things go in your mouth all at once, and again, if you put them in there too soon, it's all over. You're not eating again today. That's not gonna happen to me. This is killer. This is pork and crab. Not for the meek. Thank you very much, number 12. There will be no leftovers today.
Our neighborhood has a lot of character. And maybe it's changing and all, but it does have character and characters too. We have both. It's a nice place, and it's a place where if everybody respects each other.
Is this your family's place?
Our family, my grandmother, my mom's mom and dad started this business about 85 years ago. And we're also at City Field. And so we make
Mamas of Corona,
Mamas
right?
of Corona, that's
Sure.
us. So it's Leo's Latticini is it's the same. Leo's Latticini, Mamas of Corona, that's us. A lot of different people come from out of town. There's David Wright, Roger Federer, Vince D'Onofrio. I mean, there's John Franco. There's Linda Evangelista, the model. I think Mom always used to say, you respect the people, they respect you. And that's the whole thing.
And I was told that the police and firemen eat here a lot, right?
Yes, well, that's how the Mama Special started, the Italian Hero. That's our signature sandwich. We have the bakery down down the block. That's about 20 years old, so that's like the new, you know, the baby, the 20-year-old bakery. But we have a beautiful backyard in the back, and we make all the Napoleons, cannoli, all different kinds of pastries, Italian pastries, you know, and so biscotti.
If I had a date, I could bring a date here, feed her, give her flowers, and take her for
Yes.
coffee in the backyard, right?
One-stop shopping.
Can we get a sandwich now? Or-
Absolutely.
That's what I'd love to do. Thank you.
You like semolina bread, Rick?
Yes.
So let's get this. Peppered ham. This is Genoa salami. It's very good. Wait, I'll let you taste it.
Oh my gosh.
This is the fresh mozzarella, Rick.
Oh, fresh mozzarella.
The fresh mozzarella is different because
Oh my
when
God.
it has that texture, it's just made, it's a different texture than when you know, after you put it in the refrigerator, it loses that creaminess and that milkiness.
Oh,
Would you like some peppers and mushrooms on it?
whatever you think that should go on.
Well, let's put all the condiments. I won't put hot peppers because maybe you don't like spicy. But we'll put, do you like spicy? Or do not? We won't put the hot ones on.
You better not.
If the game happens to be on a Thursday, we do have the pork at City Field. We bring the roast pork. Okay, Rick, let's go to the backyard. I'll show you the bakery and the backyard.
All right.
And we have a lot of different pictures up here of Mom and the family. This is when we went to City Field. Here's Omar Minaya and Brian Cashman of the Yankees. They came together. And Bobby Thompson and Ralph Branca.
Yeah, from the old days.
Shot heard around the world. A lot of history. We have a lot of history here, just being here so many years. And so this is the bakery. Let me show you the bakery. Today it seems extra busy. I don't know why. Okay, come see the backyard. A cousin of ours painted the scenery of Italy back here.
This is a hidden gem out here. You can sit here and
It's
just
very peaceful,
relax.
very quiet.
We are going to die eating.
There are worse ways to go.
Out of this world. It's like a holiday meal, right? I mean, it tastes like Thanksgiving. This one tastes like the World Series. Tortilla Reah Nixtamal. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did. You did a very good job.
Good. And I've eaten here about 10 times in the last 2 months, so I'm working my way down the menu. But what can you tell everybody about the place?
Well, it's a great place to visit if you come to New York. It's all about ethnic, authentic food from Mexico. And we start by making 100% corn tortillas, and then it just goes from there. All of the dishes that we make are from somebody's kitchen recipe from Mexico.
Oh my gosh, well, I think we should probably go eat and taste some of this wonderful stuff that we've been talking about.
Absolutely.
Which one would you recommend?
Sweet corn and the green sweet pork, 101.
All right, let's get one of those and one of those.
And 2 tamales and the pozole soup.
Yes.
Okay?
Sounds
Want
great.
everything the same time?
Sure.
Green sauce with pork and the sweet corn.
Thank you,
Okay.
Marco. This is the pozole. It's got the masa, which is the corn dough, in its, I think, purest form, like a hominy. It's coarse, ground. In here, you can see the big chunks of it. And there's chicken in here. And what you do is you put in some of this lettuce and radish and onion and lime. Let it work its magic. Sort of like pho, the Vietnamese soup, where you're finishing it off at the table to your own taste. Oh my God. I wish we had smell-o-vision. All right, we have here the tamales. These are steamed in corn husks. And this is the masa, ground a little bit more than the hominy, but not to the point where it's ground to make the tortillas. So there's pork and the green sauce. Oh my God. So corn is king here, maíz, right?
Maíz.
Maíz.
This is the camarón molcajete. We saute in heavy cream with rice, chipotle sauce. Also, we put in the oven the handmade molcajete to keep warm the food.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy.
Okay, thank you. These are made fresh every day down the block. This is the good stuff right here. Marco.
Polo.
It would be Marco Pollo.
Pollo.
Avocado is healthy fat. This is gonna be messy. Oh my gosh. Do you think this is gonna bring my cholesterol up? I'm gonna be eating twigs and berries for the next month, but this is worth it. The Lemon Ice King of Corona. This is the best ever. What they sell in the grocery store is full of preservatives and it's got a bitter aftertaste. This stuff, they use real fruit in it and they have like 60 varieties and it's really, really great, especially on a warm day like today. How are you? Good. Can I get 3 smalls, lemon, a cherry, and a rainbow? Rainbow, here you go. Nice. How long have you guys been here?
73 years.
73 years. It's an institution. I mean, everybody says you're going to Queens, you got to go to, you know, the Lemon Ice. This is the pure, clean truth, you know, like Hank Williams used to say. See you guys. Cheers, Lemon Ice. You're hungry, right?
I'm hungry.
You could eat?
I could eat.
Ooh. One thing that's pretty cool is this one. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but it's sliced pork with leek and green pepper. A good friend of mine, who's a very well-known chef, once told me that if you can just take one leek and go into the kitchen, you can create dozens of tasty dishes. I'd like to get a one order of the sak sha momo, the beef dumpling. I shouldn't even try and speak Tibetan, but. And one sak sha la korhat. This one. Yeah.
Yeah, what she said.
We're at Fayoul in Jackson Heights, Queens, and this is a Tibetan restaurant. For those of you that don't know, Tibet shares Mount Everest with Nepal, and it's situated between China and India. So their cuisine tends to be a combination of Chinese and Indian, although this particular restaurant leans more towards the Chinese. There's no curries here. This dish in particular is called Shack Track. It's beef, tomatoes, and peppers with scallions on top. It's spicy, it's delicious. That's the Dalai Lama. Big tipper, the Lama. These are momos. These are beef dumplings. This is lasa chicken, which has garlic and ginger and scallions and other very flavorful stuff in here, and it's not spicy. We're wasting away to nothing on these food tours.
Can I bring 2 on empty bowl?
Yes, please. This is beef, and I think it's pronounced daikon, which is an Asian radish. It's got beef in it and mountain herbs that have medicinal properties. Allegedly can cure many ailments. As a matter of fact, I had this last week. My psoriasis went away almost immediately. So eat up. You got an ailment, this will take care of it. Have another momo.
I can't eat no momo.
A lot of the places on my food tour are off the 7 train throughout Queens. So we can get on and off the subway and investigate a lot of really cool places throughout the borough. I've been involved in Irish music for over 35 years, so Woodside, Queens intrigues me. Back in the late 1800s, thousands of Irish immigrants settled in Woodside. Their influence continues to this day. I'm new in town here, but I'm pretty sure this is where you catch the subway.
Time goes by so very fast.
There's a price you'll...
Play an Irish song for crying out loud.
Oh, jeez. Hold already right, hold already right, hold already, whiskey's in the jar. Oh!
Here's your shepherd's pie, Rick.
Oh, thank you very much.
Here?
This is shepherd's pie from the British Isles. Normally is made with lamb or beef. When it's made with beef, it's cottage pie, and when it's made with lamb, it's shepherd's pie, but these days, it's all shepherd's pie. This is Irish comfort food, for sure. Oh, look! And this is Irish comfort food, too.
Breakfast of champions.
Yeah. No busking today at Donovan's. They're shooting a movie in there with Jennifer Lopez called Second Act. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home. And if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry. If the moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die.
You hungry?
I could eat. What do you got?
Bangers and mash.
Let's have at it, boy. You need napkins?
Yeah.
Here, this is bangers and mash. Jamie's practicing for when he's going to be in prison. Irish sausages, mashed potatoes, fried onions, and with a brown gravy. The name comes from after World War I when they made these. They were filled with cereal and fillers and water, and they would actually pop and make little explosions when they were cooked. And that's where they got the nickname as bangers. Excellent prison food. Actually, there's nothing funny about Irish prison, and I bet they don't eat this well. Down by the valley so shady, he whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. Howdy-do, howdy-do, da-day. Howdy-do, howdy-day. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. Oh, nice. Beautiful.
Enjoy.
This is cod. It's very crispy, moist inside, and I've had it here many times. And these are homemade French fries, coleslaw. The best malt vinegar. You know who originated this, don't you? It's Johnny Sarson. Remember him? He had the Late Show, the talk show. Remember him, Johnny Sarson? Honestly, one of the best fish and chips I've ever had. Oh my God, this is good.
Take a bite.
This is very, very nice.
How's the fish, guys?
Incredible.
Very good.
Really great. Thank you, Ronan.
No problem.
It couldn't be any crisper on the outside or any more moist and tender on the inside. It's perfect.
Perfect
Really.
balance.
Yeah.
That is the trick. I caught it myself this morning.
A toast to our good friends at Saints and Sinners and Sinead and Woodside. The Irish are still happening here. It's in my flavor saver for later. And now we're looking for Sunnyside, but I'm not quite sure where it is. I know on the map it said it was between Woodside and Long Island City. I don't know. There's food from all over the world here in Sunnyside. It's incredible. This was under $4. I think it was $3 and something. Food writer, culinary curator, and tour guide Joe DiStefano has been investigating Queens' diverse global cuisines for years. His blog, Chopsticks and Marrow, has been known to explore the interesting, delicious, and sometimes strange food in the borough he loves.
Hey, Ricky B.
Joe!
How are you? I
Thanks
hope I
for
haven't
joining
kept
us.
you waiting long.
No, we just got here. This is Jamie.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Jamie,
Nice to
good
meet
to-
you, sir. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I haven't seen you since the Mets game, right? Remember that?
Something like that. So I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the menus, but there's quite a few, and the Northern Thai style menu is really, really good.
I think you should order for us if you don't mind, because you're a pro at this place, so.
Wadikap, how are you? Long time no see. You hungry? You guys hungry?
We could eat.
Oh, tom kanun. Not farang spicy, but not number 5. You know, not kanam jin nam nyao. Yeah, we'll do the lab.
Bob Wong?
Let's do the Luk Chin Ping.
Luke Ching Ping. I think he was in Hawaii Five-0. Joe has written a superb book called 111 Places in Queens That You Must Not Miss.
Oh wow, the food came. Can I set you up, Rick?
Please.
Her name is Lisa. Not as pretty as Rachel Ray, or as famous. I think this is like a Thai pork ragu. This is the lob. I'm gonna try some lob. That's good. It's very lobby.
Lobliner.
I'm so glad you guys still have the Northern Thai menu. Someone told me that you had eliminated it, and I said, no.
This is very, very good. Oh my gosh.
Would you like some lime?
Lime, yes. Joe, this is great. I don't think I could come here without you.
So how many meals have you guys had today?
This is our 5th. We ate at 3 Irish pubs already.
I thought you were kidding. So I was born in Queens. I lived in Woodside, Queens, which we'll call it 52nd and Roosevelt Avenue. And I would get off in Jackson Heights, 74th, and I would walk home to Woodside, and I would try a different cuisine every night. One night it was Thai food, one night it was tacos, one night Filipino, etc. So that really kind of got me into it.
Food-wise, it's a gold mine. Now we just have to arm wrestle to see who gets the leftovers.
Yes.
One of my favorite places in Queens is this place, Gantry Plaza State Park in Long Island City. From here, gazing across the East River, you can get incredible views of Manhattan, the World Trade Center, the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, the UN, the Pepsi-Cola sign, and the Queensboro Bridge, known in Manhattan as the 59th Street Bridge, feeling groovy. Minetta's in Long Island City has been called the perfect neighborhood restaurant. This cozy Southern Italian mainstay is both sophisticated and kid-friendly. Minetta's was founded in 1992 by Phyllis and Mario Minetta. Phyllis developed the menu, and Mario and his sons built the entire restaurant. 25 years later, Minetta's is still family-owned and operated. And a chicken parmesan, please.
Chicken parmesan. Okay.
Grappa. Oh boy.
To open your appetite. Alexander. Platinum Alexander.
Well, that's the good stuff. I think that's going to open more than his appetite. That's the smoothest grappa I ever had. This is like Jameson compared to the grappa that you might have that would be like Jack Daniels. And I'm not driving. This is antipasto italiano, which is roasted red peppers, prosciutto, fresh mozzarella, and artichokes and mushrooms and olives. This is excellent every time I come here. This is just a house salad. This is fried calamari with the red sauce. And this came from the kitchen. They sent this out. This is burrata, which is a creamy, fresh mozzarella. And this looks like eggplant and roasted red peppers and maybe zucchini, whatever. We'll find out when we start eating it. But this is only part of what's coming out. Oh, this is gnocchi, I think. Oh, delicious, and I'm not gnocching. Unbelievably, while we were shooting this segment at Minetta's, Anne Marie, one of the owners, came over to my table and said, "Frankie the Butcher would like to speak to you." Uh-oh, I thought, I'm in trouble. Frankie the Butcher was just having something to eat at the next table and wanted to say hello and see what was going on. Frank Bonsangue, which means good blood, was raised in Astoria, Queens, and he's a graduate of Long Island City High School. He's well known in Queens and beyond. He's appeared in some films including Analyze That and Donnie Brasco. He's been on TV shows like Oz, David Letterman, and Law & Order. He's a regular on Bobby Flay's Hot Off the Grill, and he has his own internet cooking series. Thank you.
Great guy, the Butcher.
Stay in touch.
This is the chicken parma.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. You hungry?
I could eat. You gotta eat, right? Chicken Parmesan is like my baseline for Southern Italian restaurants, and it's spectacular here at Minetta's. This is pepperdelli with mushrooms, wild mushrooms. It's incredible. This is shrimp fra diavolo on the black squid ink pasta. This is lobster ravioli, and here we have buffalo milk mozzarella that's imported with speck, which is the smoked prosciutto. We will be taking many of these items home. Save some appetite for dessert now. It's like a jewelry store.
It's a jewelry store for chocolate and desserts.
There was a buzz about this place. I heard about it from Joe DiStefano. I read about it in a couple of magazines. So I came here, met the owner, Peter. I've been here about 6 times. The stuff is so beautiful, you almost don't want to eat it. It's basically art meets desserts.
A lot of the ingredients are things that I either grew up with and also my travels to Italy. I studied architecture in Rome and worked for a sculptor in Venice. And so I kind of fell in love with those two cultures, kind of combining some of those two cultures and their flavors. So I use a lot of those ingredients that you typically don't think of, like ouzo. If you want to sample any of these.
Oh, I think I could choke a little bit down.
So that's a Colombian chocolate. The ouzo kind of like, brings some of the depth out of the chocolate. It comes in at the end. I pasteurize all my gelatos and sorbets so the flavor kind of stays.
I read somewhere that Saturday Night Live commissioned you to make some pieces for them.
So we actually carved clay figures out of plastiline and then basically made silicone molds from that. It was Alec Baldwin's sketch.
Peter, he has a 3D printer that he will print molds and make the designs and pour the molten chocolate in there, make these dessert items that are just incredible.
This one was a bar that I designed for a couple that got married at the Empire State Building. This one was a 3D printer of the Temple of Apollo. So I basically used my skills as an architect and sculptor. So I combined these two skills of the actual small miniature model making and then casting and making molds, which really drives me, fascinates me. I think the next step for me would be to try to make chocolate utensils or chocolate cups, something that you can serve a dessert in. It could become part of the dessert. Can I pair it for you guys? Sure. Basically, it's a phyllo dough that's shred almost like angel hair, very fine. The syrup that's in this is nutmeg, cinnamon, clove, orange peel. This is coming from my family's recipes, from my mother's recipes. My mother was incredible at making desserts.
The two of them together is unbelievable. See what I mean about Queens? There's something magical about this place. But how it's going to change in the next 100 years, it's anybody's guess. That's all for this episode of I Could Eat. But you can go to my website to find out more about my tours to New York, Ireland, and California. Till next time, happy trails until we eat again.